Hello everybody and welcome back to Spiel 2018. I have stopped off at Sit Down Games with Charles to find out what the latest and greatest games they have at the show this year are. So Charles, what have you guys brought along this year?
Yeah, hi Justin. So the first thing we have this year, which is almost sold out, is we actually flew over the first 500 copies of Bad Bones. We had it 2 years ago as a prototype at Spiel, and so now it's finally out. It's a kind of a tower defense game where the aim is not only to protect your tower, but mainly to send all the bad guys to your friends, or I mean neighbors, or frenemies. Okay, yeah. So the goal of this game really is to make sure that you survive long enough, or at least longer than your friends. And actually, the best way to do it is not to kill the skeleton yourself, but send them over. So there's clever ways of traps and all things that you can do in order to do that. It's actually a big success. The box goes from 1 to 6 players, and you've got 4 different modes. There's a basic one, which we play here. There's an advanced one where you can actually have some money at the start of the game and then decide to buy specific traps, which could be more useful. You have also special kinds of weapons. There's also a co-op mode for the people who don't like to, hit on one another, and a solo version. So all of that in 3 kilo box. So yeah.
Very cool. I love those games where it's not how long can I survive, but can I survive longer than you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
So we also have, you remember last year we had Magic Maze, which was nominated at Spiel. So now we have this. It's a beta version of the Hidden Rolls expansion. And actually, there's a warning here. Don't read anything before you open it. Okay, don't read anything before you start to play it. Yeah. Because actually what it does is it introduces hidden rolls, a kind of a traitor mechanism.
Oh, lovely.
But, with traitor games, sometimes it can be very obvious who's the traitor.
Yeah.
So what we also have is specific mission cards that have you play in a certain way, which might make you look suspicious into the eyes of other players.
I see. Very cool.
Yeah. So we also have, we also had Magic Maze Kids come out. So we have this play mat for Magic Maze Kids, which actually introduces 2 new rules. Okay, so the difference between the Magic Maze Normal and the Magic Maze Kids is that it's actually a step of levels which introduce the game very gradually so that small kids can learn to play it without the stress of the big one. Yeah. But this one actually introduces 2 new rules, and so you can also play that.
Very cool, and I'm seeing one more here. Yes. Galaxy Superstar, what is this?
So Gravity Superstar is a kind of a jump and run game. If you want, we can also have a look maybe at one of the tables over there. So you see there's all these colorful stars.
Come on, let's move over. So what exactly are we doing here?
So it's a kind of a jump and run game. So, just like in Super Mario or all the other games, you can jump from platform to the other. But the idea is also to collect stars. The interesting mechanism in this game is that you can also change the gravity. Gravity Superstar. Yeah. So, for instance, if I decide to switch the gravity this way around, I would just fall down and collect all the stars in the process, which I would then put next to my thing here.
Yeah.
So I can also, jump and go there. I can cross the platform. And what happens here is if I go down, I would collect a star. But we're in space. So when I fall down here, I would actually just continue here and get another star in the process. So that's a very interesting thing in the game. You get to play 1 action card, which gives you 1 action, and then the other players play. Okay, so it's actually very funny because you get to turn this thing around. You try to get stars as much as possible before the others do, and it's a very great game.
This looks like a lot of fun. I love the idea of playing with gravity and which direction people are playing on the board. That, and you could actually do some things to be really funny with your friends and make them fall off a path that they were working on. Yeah. Charles?
There's also one interesting thing there, is that actually when you have someone here, for instance, and I change the gravity, okay, I'll just leave the star. Someone is there, I change the gravity and I just jump on top of him, he gets ejected out of the board and I get to steal something from him.
Oh, nice.
So there's also this friendly mechanism, where you can play along.
Well, Charles, thank you very much. These look like some great games. Everybody, if you are coming to Essen this weekend, make sure and come across to Sit Down Games. We'll move on and we'll be back from Essen very soon.